My story starts actually back in 2007 when I noticed that there was something going on with the financial system in North America. I was like, what's going on? Everybody, all the stockbrokers, everybody's scared about something, and I didn't understand what. And so I decided to do some research, and then I realized, I was like, oh my God. Money is created out of debt. When somebody goes to a bank and they borrow money, it gets created. And I was asking everybody, do you know this? This is a scam. That means everybody's a slave to people who could print money, right? The government prints money whenever they go into debt, and then they charge us taxes to cover the interest on the debt. That makes us all a slave because we're forced to pay taxes. And I also did a lot of research on if we've done this before, and we have. We've done this many times before, this current financial system, and every time it ends the same way, in collapse, failure, despotism, meaning that everyone becomes a slave to the people at the top who understands how the system works, and they're not really good people who understand how this system works. They take advantage of it, because if you could print money and make everybody a slave, not only does it rob them of their wealth, right? It also destroys society as a whole. And so, effectively, society begins to collapse. But there's also a good side to flip side to this, because when we introduce good money into society, things start to improve. Life gets better, architecture gets better, everything gets better. Science, music, everything gets better when we use good money. And so I'm looking forward to, I'm excited to the future, because once I learned about Bitcoin and I thought, oh my God, this is a solution. Instead of trying to, like, I remember back in the days before I understood our system, I was trying to save for my future. I was trying to plan for my future retirement. And I was looking at, okay, so how much do I need? $2 million? $3 million? Yeah, okay. I can save for that, but I don't know how much $2 or $3 million is going to be worth. I don't know what I'm going to be able to buy when I'm retiring with $2 or $3 million. In fact, I laugh now today at all the different financial gurus that say, if you save your money in the stock market, compounded at 7% per year, you'll have by this much, in 30 years, you have $30 million. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't know how much that's going to buy. It might only buy you a carton of milk. And so, effectively, this is the terrible thing about our financial system. And now that we have Bitcoin, because Bitcoin will be money, because people will realize this, will see this truth, and switch to Bitcoin and use Bitcoin as money. And instead of like thinking, okay, well, how much Bitcoin do I need? It's just, okay, I am going to save this much Bitcoin, and this much, like, for example, let's just say 1 Bitcoin for my retirement, and that will be enough. Why? Because you already know that there's only 21 million, and so you have 1 Bitcoin out of 21 million, and, well, since, there's 66 million millionaires, and not every millionaire could own 1 Bitcoin, you will be a multimillionaire, effectively. Why is that? Because Bitcoin is the best asset to use as money. It's transferable, it's fixed in supply, no one knows you have it. In fact, if you do tell somebody you have it, and the government says, hey, give me your Bitcoin, you can say, oh, damn, I'd love to give you that Bitcoin, but I lost my keys in a boating accident, so I can't give it to you. So you could walk away with all your Bitcoins with no one knowing you ever have them. Makes it the perfect asset to own, the perfect asset for money. Of course, most people are used to our current system, so they're looking for the quick fix, the quick win. And I suggest that you go with the slow win. Yes, you can do the meme coin thing, right? I'm doing the meme coin things. My friends are doing the meme coin things. But if you are patient and just buy Bitcoin and save it, you'll do extremely well. So it is as simple as that. Just buy Bitcoin, keep buying it every single day, and be one of those stories of people who saved Bitcoin from the very beginning, and you will do very, very well. Thank you.